Hey, young fam. Hey, good night, people. Good night, good night, good night. How you all doing? Let me know, people. Let me know. Right? Remember to like up the live as you enter. Tonight we'll be talking about arguments and relationship. Should a couple argue? Right? Guys, you can see that it's me alone right now. Mentioned before, Obi is on call for this week, so he'll be in and out. Currently, he's at work because he was home and he got a call, but I decided to just jump on in the interim until he can, join me. That is. So, guys, comment in the comment section. Let me know who is here, right? Let me know who is here. Life with special. Hey, life with special. Good night, good night, good night. For some reason, the comment is not jumping on. Oh, I'm seeing them right now. So, hi and good night. Life with special. Good night, Dero. You're first. No, you're not first. You're second. You have to take second place, Dero. You have to take second place. Life with special beat you. Life with special feature to just take second place. Alright, sorry about that, people. Alright, who else is on? James family. Good night, James family. Guys, it's me alone for now. For now. Obi's on call, and when he calls, sorry, when they call, he has to go, right? So he's currently on call and he has to go back to the hospital. For those who don't know, hobby is a med tech, the what do you call that field that I don't think they show a lot of appreciation for that field. We always hear about the nurses and we always hear about the doctors, but we never really hear about the medtechs them. With the medtech people, my young fam, a medtech is someone that basically does the testing, right? The test, and then really find out what exactly is wrong with you and they pass on that information to your doctor. Right? So guys, let me read. Jim, oh, life with special said, lol, I'm me first. Making no life with special. James Thomas said, bless out the robot, not staying long tonight. On the work, we totally understand, James family. The Rose said, me I go report you. The Rose said, bless up, James. Dion Myers, welcome, 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 Dion Myers. Dion, I know that you joined my food group. I posted a pic of the cake. I really wanted to upload that cake today. The cake perfect, people. I said the cake perfect. It's perfect. But I don't know what kind of crust is. What type of crust is that? That's what I want of a better word, right? First, my phone stopped working, and then the laptop that I used to edit the videos stopped work too. Then my husband laptop stopped work. So Moody said completely stop work, but right now it's not working. Hopefully it start back work so we can upload the videos as soon as possible. So guys, tonight's topic is should a couple argue? Right? Let me have your 2 cents. Is arguing in a relationship, is it toxic? Let me have your 2 cents, people. Let me jump right into it. Should a couple argue? Does argue does arguing means that the relationship is toxic? That is what we're talking about tonight, right? But guys, I hope you guys are doing fine. I know that it is a Monday, and for some of you guys, first day for the week, first day of the work week. Sorry. So I hope you guys had a wonderful day today. Right? Tomorrow is Tuesday. Look on the bright side. Then there's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. um I think I said John Mara says good night. James family says after Friday vacation I am free until January 4. Ray. Ray. Did I say Ray? Ray. Reggie family, I'm so happy for you. I think Obi is going on vacation Monday. Next week Monday. We can't wait till he get a little vacation for rest people. He's tired, right? John Mayer said, no, a couple must not argue, but you know, say things that make arguments happen. People, please remember to like up the live, like it up, share it out, people. Thanks, Jane family, for telling the folks to like up the live, right? John Mayer says, so we're not going to see the cake. John, I think you joined my food group. John, the cake kind of three quarter. I may tell quarter the cake gone. But you're going to see it. I'm just praying that the laptop start work quick so I can upload it, man. But in the interim, I posted a picture on Jamaican food group. That's my food group. It has 3,600 members. Easy to find. So you can find it and accept the request and you can be able to see the key. I'll show you about me it up quarter 8, Dion. So Dion said that she's gonna bake in the morning. Jane family says, "Hooray!" Jane family said, "Can I tell you? Can't wait." Dion Mary says, "Good night, everyone." So guys, let us add your 2 cents. Thus far, John Mary says that a couple should not argue. Let me have your 2 cents, Jane family. Do know if you're still here. Let me have your 2 cents. Others in the background lurking. Let me have your 2 cents. Should a couple argue? Okay. Share me out, people. Guys, if me about to I apologize for sticking you guys in your eyes. Just doing something. So my 2 cents on whether or not a couple should argue is this. I basically think I don't know. I think that when two persons, come together, persons will have their difference of opinion, and that it is only natural. Correct me if I'm wrong. For persons mouth to meet, true or false. Let me know, people. Remember, that you guys are totally different persons with totally different opinions, totally different characteristics. As such, it is normal for the mouth to meet. Let me know what you guys think. Stacy and good night, Stacy. Nighty night. Your bro is at work. He's on call. So it's me alone until Leo returns, right? Usually you see him sitting next to me so I can bounce off I him, but another year right now. But hopefully he'll join soon. So tonight we're talking about arguments in a relationship. Does argument equate to a toxic relationship? Is it natural for a couple to argue? What do you think, Stacey? Let me know, people. Dion says that no. Couples should not be arguing. However, persons are different. As such, argument might occur. I am of the belief that they are two total different person, right? And the Bible says when two join together and all of that. But remember, two different persons, two different characteristics, and of course, talk are gonna need one of the people. So Dion Mary said, "What was that? What was what, Dion? What did you miss?" Sister Young said, "You can't escape difference in opinion." So D and D said, "Good night, D and D family. Tonight we're talking about should a couple argue? Does argument equate to a toxic relationship, right?" So far, persons on the live agree with me to say that argument or arguing is a part. It's only natural for people to have difference of opinion. What do you think, though? Dion Myers, you're saying, alright, let me couple. So Stacy Ann said too much arguing is toxic, but there must be times of difference. Dion Myers said, what you saying? I've said a lot of things, Dion. I don't know which part you missed, Dion, but I'm on the topic of should a couple argue in a relationship. That's where I'm at now, Dion. So keeping up with Talia says, passing through not feeling well. I hope you feel better soon. Keeping up with Talia. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon, man. Life with Blythe says good night. Good night, Life with Blythe. People, please remember to like up the live, like it up as you enter. Tonight we're talking about argument in a relationship. Is it toxic? Stacey and they said too much arguing is toxic, but there must be times of difference. Okay. And yes, so the next question, let me just jump straight into it. If a couple should argue, because we're of the opinion that yeah, tongue about me. So if a couple should argue, how often is too often, right? And how long should that argument last for? Let me know, people. Let me have an opinion, right? John Mara said, Delia gets well soon. Mhm. Usually I have my little water in a people. I don't know how I come and sit down and don't have no water. Yes, so how often is too often? That is the question. How often is too often? Well, I personally believe that in a relationship, person should not. I think that daily is, out of the question, right? Because that equates to toxicity. Toxicity? Yes, that's it. But how often is too often? Let me have an opinion. We can't get up every day and argue. Something must wrong and some evaluation needs to be done. What do you guys think? Right? Life with life. So every day is too often. Every day it's just too often for true life with life. What kind of relationship that if we're not gonna argue every single day? We're not got no time to enjoy it myself, right? That don't make no sense to me either. Life with the blind. Julie in the kitchen said teeth and tongue must meet because we are two different individuals. But come to an understanding and respect each other for their opinions. That's what I think too. Every day, sis said every day is a no no. Sis and Young said every week is a no no. Alright, sis, let me know what's the conclusion. What about once a month, Stacy? What do you think? How often is too often to be arguing in a relationship? No, from hearsay, that a lot of persons, that some persons, especially the older people, they used to argue a lot, no, I tell no lie. And, I never want that for myself, arguing every single day. Especially I live a country, so people used to walk up and down and of course every single day. Of course, significant others. That's not right, people. But I think people must hear in a business like that. That's another thing. I think that if it is that you guys are arguing, right, it should not be that every single person all on the nearby they hear from the business. That's my opinion. Let me know what you think. Julie in the kitchen said every day, every week is too much. So tell me what is acceptable then, Julie in the kitchen. What is an acceptable time? Right? The Mary said they should not argue often, and if they do, they should not finish the day not talking. Let me hear more about that, Dion Myers. Because guess what? Let me finish the day not talking, but most of us go to bed with it and sleep apart from each other. Dion Myers, I was of the opinion once upon a time that, you should not go to your bed arguing, you should not go to your bed upset with each other. However, I, we come to the conclusion that I know every time that can happen. Yes, that is what we aim to do. That is the right thing to do. But it's not every time you can go to your bed and not feel angry towards the other person. And I know that life is too short, people, and it's not good to, to have up that sort of hunger because we read too much horror story whereby which the other partner now wake up and then all different type of something, then morbid something there. I'm thinking, suppose something, God forbid, something like that, should happen. Could have lived with myself. But sometimes it's hard to not be hungry, right? And sometimes I really believe that if it is that you're not ready to talk, don't talk. Might as well sleep on it. However, do not prolong you know, the argument or the vexation for too long. You understand? I believe that, especially the following day, you should try to come to an agreement. And I'm not even saying that sometimes it must spill over till the day after, but you need to, resolve it as soon as possible. What I believe when me tell myself more time is that, Trisha, you and Leo, it don't make no sense. Two do not cuddle up and go like nothing happen, nothing never happen. So really and truly, it doesn't make any sense to stress myself over a particular situation for too long because the end result is going to be that we're good again. So that's the one way of looking on things. It's a lifelong partner, especially in a marriage. So, an argument or the prolonged prolonging an argument doesn't really make any sense, right? Julie in the kitchen said once every 6 months is normal. Julie in the kitchen, once every 6 months. People, let me hear from Uno. No, Uno agree with Julie in the kitchen. So once every 6 months, once every 6 months, let me have an opinion on that one. That one so that very long. But I want to say arguing, because me not talk like no big nasty fight and them something there, Me not talk no big nasty exchange of words, not really in the kitchen. I talk like probably some bickering about something that you may have disagreed with. You understand? I mean, not talk like no big nasty dirty. And that's even another thing, because I don't think that should even, be a question, physical abuse. I understand with the verbal part, but the physical abuse, putting hands on each other, that is a definite no, no. And I know that, some couples, then do that, man and upon woman and vice versa, woman and upon man and man body too. So I know that people do that too, right? John Myers, I said good night, Joel. John Lucas said good night, Hannah. Dion Myers. Life with Light says true. John Myers said you can't be in a home together and malice each other. But nobody not answer me, man. I ask, I beg the question. Joel says probably once every 6 months. So that means that July said over 2 times to the year when you're supposed to argue, right? I'm begging the question. Wanna agree with Joel, how often is too often? You guys tell me that weekly, daily is a no. But how often is too often? What is the acceptable number of arguments that a couple should have? Let me know, people. Let me know. Let me know. Right? And Jude, you'll be surprised that, not Jude, sorry, Diana. Because Diana said you can't be in a home together and malice each other. You'll be surprised how many persons are living together like cat and dog, right? That is not the thing to do, though, living in a home and keeping malice with each other. And really and truly, it's very draining, right? And you have more things and better things to do in life than to be drained by some arguments, right? Um, so Life with a Plan said 2 or 3 times for the week is okay. Like with the blind that said 2 or 3 times for the week it's okay to argue, but 1 time for 6 months, that's too long. The not the life with the blind. To come right out, to come right out life with the blind 2 or 3 times for the week life with the blind. 2 or 3 times. 2 or 3 times. That's so a little too much for me. I agree with you though. I really believe that once every 6 months, it's really it's impractical. Probably as I don't know. Joel, don't come for me. I'm not calling you old. I'm just saying probably more mature couples, right? More mature couples probably, they live through a lot of experiences as such, they don't see the sense really. They probably have more of an understanding why, it really don't make no sense. Life is too short for foolishness. So, that is the reason why, the argument is not, frequent, probably like younger couples. That's what I would think. So do you guys think that that was a question, I'm just jump straight into it because, do you think that younger couples argue more than older couples? Not older, sorry, more mature couples. Do you think that younger couples argues more than more mature couples? So like with the blind, I agree that 1 in 6 months, mm-mm, but 2 to 3 times per week, that is a little bit too much for me. Like with the blind, Julie the kitchen say argument. Stacey say every month, all disagreement, a little disagreement. Stacey, you hit the nail on the head. We believe so too. A little disagreement. I want to say, yeah, a disagreement. I don't know, argument per se, whereby which, probably him or she, your partner do something will piss you off. You understand? Then look at something there. And me know me have some ways whereby which you kind of piss you off, and that is this. But always I leave things when I cover. Me always have to get to cover the something that me not do it intentionally, people. And because me not cover it, me see one end up go spill it over. But I'm saying there's nothing to argue about. I'll clean it up. But it, that kind of like annoy him. So me I work on that. I work on it. It's just because I have a lot of things to do. I tend to multitask, so sometimes I just forget, right? But that's not an excuse. So really the kids that I could be your mom, so you can call me. I can't call you old. I was just be saying, more mature. So that's another question to people. Do you think that persons that are more mature, older persons, argues less than younger persons? But I don't know. I don't know, yeah. I really don't know. Let me have an opinion. So Stacey Young say I want to be like Jude in the future. I want to be like Jude too. Jill, I want to be like you when I grow up, right? When I get when I get older, right? So I want to be like you, but as a began just argue twice for the year, but well, right? The man said, no, I don't agree with it, Joel. People tend to argue every day. Then, me not think so. Every single day about what? You see, if I look at argue, you don't know, look at disagreement. Why you leave your shoes there so? You can't take off your shoes, something like that. And that's not really an argument. When I say argue, I mean probably something, you know, something big more than a little disagreement. We say, you can't turn on the TV. Are you alone in another place? We don't know. But when I'm speaking about argument, I'm speaking about something bigger than that. Probably not little mere disagreement. Julie Kitchen said, "Don't sweat to be." Oh, the small things. Oh, so Julie's saying that she don't sweat the small things, and that's a good thing. That's the thing. Me not sweat the small things either. I tend to, I tend to look on the bigger picture. Like, Okay. Mhm. Um, so guys, another question, because we're gonna fly through these questions tonight. Right, so we have established that what is too often is daily or weekly, right? Another question is that is it okay to call a couple out of their name in an argument? Is it acceptable? People, let me know. Wanna think? Is it acceptable? Is it okay if it is that your husband or your boyfriend or your fiance calls you out of your name? And what I mean by out of your name, you know, the name Trisha, you name Joel, Stacy, Dion, no, no, no name. And I'm calling it probably the B word. Can you really, really respect and love the person after the argument finish? One of things, people, let me know. Is it okay? Is it acceptable? Is it the norm? Do most couples call each other out of their names? I don't know, people, but it's not acceptable for me. It's not acceptable for me at all. I would not. First and foremost, I would not even dare to say call you out of your name. The most I call you is Mr. Young. And Mr. Young sometimes is used as a term of endearment. I lie. I know Mr. Young I call him. When more sometimes, yeah, Mr. Young is a term of endearment. So what I'll call you is Leonard. Leonard. That's what I call Leo when I'm upset with him. Yes, I say Leo or Leonard, but I rarely call Leo Leonard. And yeah, I call him Leonard sometimes, but the Leonard that I'm talking about is Leonard. Like I stretch my name, I say Leonard. So that's the most out of it. And really and truly, Leo can tell you that he doesn't like when I call him Leonard. And I'm like, that's your name. Why you don't like when I call him Leonard? But yeah. So Julian the kitchen said, not acceptable. Dear Mary said, yes, small things make you argue. Geneva says to her, said, hey, good night. Good night, good night, good night, Geneva. Tonight I'm talking about should a couple argue? Does argument makes the relationship toxic? What do you think? You know, we touched on several questions before, like how often is too often for a couple to argue? Is that weekly? Is that daily? Monthly? What do you think? Um, Oh, make this one question, but the last question is that is it acceptable for a couple to call each other or a person to call their partner out of their name, right? And when I say call them out of their name, I mean call them the B word, and all the other derogatory words out there. Is it acceptable, right? Would you still love your partner if it is that your partner call you out of your name? Right? Does that change the whole tone of the relationship? Stacey and Young said the B word is a no-no, definite a no-no. Stacey and Young says, I don't believe in using negative words to your partner. Mm, nope. The definite no-no. Would it not change the tone of the relationship? Or does it become so what do you call it? I don't know. I know for a fact that people are some couple, they call each other out of their names, and it's like it's a norm for them. Is that normal, people? I don't know. Am I abnormal to not want my partner to call me? Really and truly, would I lose our vibe? Every time that thing would happen, every time we have a disagreement, every time something happens, and I say, I don't know. So Dion Mary says, I call my husband by his name. Sometimes we call each other baby. Yes. Dion, when I say call each other out of their name, I mean, when you and your hubby upset and not argue, call him like B, like as in the each that one. And you know, we Jamaicans call no, we yeah, in arguments we Jamaicans are used to certain terms. Like the crow one, I don't know if you know, hear that one, the drunk crow and all these things, right? And the beach and all these things. Is it acceptable in an argument to call each other out of their names? Call them anything will come out no more. You don't think that that is just wrong and you know it doesn't make a good building for a relationship. I think it's definitely wrong to call each other out of their name. And if Obi ever did do something like that, I don't know how we would have ended up. So Dion Mary says, I call me. No, okay, so I read that already. hmm Or have you ever had an instance where somebody called you out of your name? Did it end good? Um, Did that cause the relationship to end? What would you do if somebody called you out of your name? Suppose you're the person in one good relationship and probably you really love the person, but for some reason or another, every time you're the person in one argument, the person is calling you out of your name. Would that cause the relationship to come to an end? Right? So Julie in the kitchen said, no, we don't use those words. Mm, can't use them words either, Julie in the kitchen. But I realized that it seems some sort normal to some people, especially because probably watch YouTube or movies. Me don't know if it's not the norm, but I see persons like in argument, then just lay up and say certain things and just leave, and then the next day them alright. I'm like the person that call it that. I don't know, right? John Mary said yes. So what are you saying, Dion? That it's okay for your husband to call you the B word, as in the female version of a dog? Is that okay for you? I'm not sure. Or did you have a typo again? I know that sometimes the phone fail you. Sometimes the phone fail you. So let me know, Dion. And guys, the next question is that if a couple argue, right? So this couple argues a couple times for the week, because in my opinion, probably the person argue like 4 times for the week. Will that relationship last? Can it move on into from dating to courtship to marriage, even if they argue on a daily basis? Do you think that the relationship can last, people? Let me know. And another thing to people, I want to know if you believe that most couple argues. So 2 questions just show up on without warning. Can Because I would say that's a toxic relationship if you get up and you argue with your partner on a daily basis, sorry, that is a toxic relationship. And probably you guys need to evaluate that relationship because that cannot be healthy. So if it is that you guys argue on a daily basis, can that relationship last? All right, if it is, going ahead, right? Is that really healthy for nobody? Is it healthy, right? Chantel, hey Chantel, welcome, 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 Chantel. Please remember to like up the line. Good vibes. Thank you, Chantel. Stacey and Young said negative words have psychological effects. Those who do it, I can't understand. Stacey, you just by talking, we realize that you and Obi really share the same exact thing with the negative words and the psychological effect. Reading your comments, let me, understand. I really make me reflect more upon what Obi usually says. So I really understand your point of view. So Dion Mara says if it can call for an end, but you use word when you're hungry. Yes, a word you do peel, but that line I do call the P word sometime when it make me mad. No, no, Dion. Mm-mm. I use the same one sit on by here and tell me say a couple should not argue. I use the B word. You need to reevaluate Mrs. Myers, right? You should not be calling your husband out of your name. You know, I'm not telling you, I know. When I'm hungry, I get to be a little antsy. You understand? Two times I realize my really antsy. When the Red Hills one come and when I'm hungry, right? But no, no, no. And I think sometimes people, what I believe is that sometimes some generational thing can pass down to from your parents to you, and that can affect your relationship in the sense that you grow up and you see your mother or your father constantly arguing on a daily basis, you know, very often using expletives and all. You understand? So those things can negatively affect you and how you think your relationship should go. Would probably believe that it is normal for you to, if it is that, and of course, on a daily basis, because that's what you see your parents do. But me sure no say them cussing them on a daily basis affect them on the inside. And people, the worst part is, eventually, me don't like upset. I am the type of person that if something rub me wrong or, I like to sit down and talk right now. Leonard initially, they have to talk, but me I talk to him. Leo initially was a person, he not like talk. Leo not like talk at all, people. He doesn't like to talk, but this is where he grew out of it. So, we usually wait a time, things go cool off, and then I sit down and tell the office is why I'm upset. Tell him, tell me. Just agree to disagree and not move right along, because really and truly I can't bother with it. I don't like to be in disagreement for too long. You understand? It takes too much out of me. Um, so during the kitchen sees that would seem like they annoyed with each other and wouldn't last until counseling. Actually, not Joel. If it is that them argue every single day, if it is that them call each other out of their name, and that's another thing, Sorry. We Jamaicans know the expletives, right? Is it really right to be using? Mr. Call each other out on the name, but suppose it is a part of you. It's like a lingo. It's not a lingo in our household, right? But suppose it's a lingo. It is a lingo, right? For some people. So it's like the way them talk. Is it okay to tell your partner a expletive during an argument? That's another thing that I would like to know, people, because I always just see on TV and I say, oh, couldn't be. All right. So let me know that as well, right? I missed them. Yes, so I read Jewel in the Kitchen, Stacey Ann said, arguing is training. So if you argue daily, I can't imagine how you would feel. You wouldn't feel stressed. True, true. John Mayer says, lol. Hi Shell, good night, good night, good night. So now we're talking about argument in a relationship. Is it a normal? Is that relationship toxic? Is it the last two questions that I've asked is that if it is okay for your partner to call you out of your name. Is it okay for your partner to call you the B word? Is it okay for you guys to use expletives when you know cussing? I don't know the Jamaican colorful expletive. I never seen no other country have so much colorful expletive but Jamaicans. So is it okay? Let me have your 2 cents, Michelle. Mhm. Oh, I think I missed a Stacey one. Let me read it just in case I did. Arguing is draining, so if you argue daily, I can't imagine how wouldn't feel the stress, right? Norma Wynn says daily arguing means someone is not happy. That relationship needs communication, intervention. I really agree. Mhm. They argue on a daily basis. Somebody not happy. Mhm. Jill in the kitchen says, sorry, oh my, Jill in the kitchen says, love that at Mama wins. John Mary says, when you're mad, the devil come out. I know it's wrong, but can't tell sometime as a child of God. For forgiveness. Dion, especially, you want child of God, try me understand, Dion. Let's not play the hypocrite here. Let's just be honest. When you're angry, the devil come out with you, but the thing about it, we know that the devil loves argument, right? And we know that the devil will come out. So when time we feel the devil will come out, we just say, um, sometimes we just have to meditate and walk away. When I know that I'm heated and hot, I just, try not to say nothing, Trisha. Don't say anything, Trisha. If you say something, you're going to regret it, Trisha. You can't take it back, Trisha. So don't say it, right? So, yeah, I tend not to say it, right? So Norma Windsor calling each other derogatory names is disrespectful. Doing it during an argument does not excuse it. It is what it is disrespectful. I agree with you. It is disrespectful, Norma Wind. Guys, please remember to like up the live and share me out. Like it up. Shelly Vilay said, no, it's not okay. Not okay at all. Is it an American thing though? Is it a foreign thing? I don't know. Constantly, when we watch the movies, I see people call each other out of their name. I see them use derogatory words in an argument, and like the following day they're so in love, and everything is just, anything. We don't know. That could happen. That couldn't be me. I don't know. And I'm really grateful that I have a husband that is, totally not like that. Even when Leonard was not a Christian, we never ever experienced nothing like that. So really, really grateful for that. And one thing we can tell her with Obi, like is, him like when I was sit down and just talking, don't like when time no bias or race or anything like that. That's a definite no. John Mayer says words hurt Trisha. Sometimes they went out and come back in the house angry at you for the simple things. True, words are hurt but true. They're like daggers, words. Sometimes words are even worse than physical fight. You know, these are, words, harsh words especially. It's like to give you like one invisible wound. You might not see it on the outside, but it's right here, people. So that's why we need to be more careful with what we say when we are angry, right? Um, so Shalicia says, I'm always the one to talk about the problem and try to solve it, but sometimes my partner don't think before getting an argument. Oh, I know that. So Shell says she's always the one, but one talk about it. Well, I am the one to probably first approach because yes, to my face, I know say don't come to her. She not ready. She not ready, people. So right, and as I said before, in the earlier part of the relationship, they don't really like talk. You understand? But I'm the talkative time. But we learn to find a balance to say, yeah, I'm okay, I'm good, meet in the middle, and we sit down and talk like two big people and call it a day. Right? I mean, not telling a line of people. Sometimes when we say, all right, call it a day, take a minute or two for really to make you wash over. Just because when we sit down and talk, no means everything all right right away. But so Shalicia says, I don't think a man should call me any name other than my name. If he says something that I do not like, I'm not going to talk to him because and make him a talk to. And oh, I understand. So basically, Shalicia is saying that a man should not be calling her out of her name. And if he says something, and I call her out her name, and I can't she him a talk to. So she's not going to answer him. Yes, guys, talk truth. When I think most couple argue though, and based on the life, I can see that the norm for arguments is like probably once a month, a little bit, a little teeth and tongue. When I think that most couple argue, or when I think like for example, the Christian couples them, or those YouTubers who come on live every night and yeah, those YouTubers who come on live and those YouTubers who are doing their pranks and those YouTubers who seemingly have the perfect life. When I think them don't argue, let me know people. Oh, often. No, that's not the question. Yeah. Do you think that most couples argue? Churchgoers, family orientated YouTubers, your friends with them husband or them partner, do you think that most couple argue? Is it normal? Let me know, people. Or I don't know. One thing, most couple argue. So normal means that every couple has disagreement if you do something is wrong. Every couple has disagreements if you do something if you don't something is wrong. The Jolene Kitchen said no, everyone argue, true, but sometimes we just have that like we see that like perfect picture. This perfect picture, they always seem to be happy. Probably, something is wrong with me, something is wrong with our relationship because why is it that we are always bickering every month? We bicker every 2 months, we bicker every 3 months, we bicker whatever the time frame is for your little argument, right? And that's a YouTuber or that's Christian couple. Look at them perfect. Look at them come at church and them are, oh, hallelujah. Is something wrong with me, right? Is something wrong with our relationship? But I honestly believe that most couples do argue. Yes, that is my two take on things. Most couple do argue, and that it is natural to argue, but it's the what you call it? I would say the duration or the frequency of the argument and how intense the arguments are. That's what I think because calling up each other out of their name is a definite no. As we um as we came to the agreement that two different persons, different characteristics, and of course, even if it is the simplest thing, sometimes you might do something one way and you think that it should be done that another way. So you might disagree on two things, but yeah. And what really should yeah, let me know. So journalifications are perfect just for TV. Prefect just for TV. Prefect just for TV. Oh, perfect just for TV. True, 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 true. Jewel in the kitchen. Perfect just for the TV. And sometimes, especially when I watch the TV and so I'm like, they seem so perfect. They never argue. It don't seem like they argue, right? But perfect for the TV. So Stacey and Young said that's why people more time when I can tell you guys that a praying couple, a pray once God is in the midst, you understand that can prevent a lot of arguments when God is in the middle. That is why it is important to have God in the center of the relationship. Being a Christian couple or not, once God is in the mix, it can change the whole vibe of the relationship, right? So Stacey and Young say any couple don't argue, don't care about the other. True, 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 Stacey. Them have somebody else to argue with. Norma Wing say you don't have to make your disagreements public if you don't want to believe my partner and I are perfect. That is your perception. True, true, Norma Wint, that you don't. I do not believe that if it is that you and your partner have a disagreement, right? That the whole world must hear of it, right? I think that that should be, probably a private thing. However, Norma Wint, sorry, Obi and I on our channel, we spoke about the myths about, I think we spoke about 5 myths about marriages and we spoke the truth, right? And we lay it down, right? So if you have not yet watched that video, please check it out. It's important to let people know, especially Norma, if it is that you're a public figure, the truth about relationship and that all that glitters is sometimes not gold, right? And that you will have your disagreement, but probably lend an helping hand on how to basically solve the problem or remedy the disagreements, right? So we spoke about that. To be honest, up to today date, that video is one of my favorite videos that Bobby and I did together. 5 minutes about marriage. Guys, give me 2 seconds. I'm not going away. Please, don't leave me. I'm alone there today. Yeah, baby time. Alright. Okay, so come back to the video. Yes, guys, understood the year. Hey, thank you guys for seeing. Right, baby, I woke up, but my ocean lick, roll over back. But it looked like probably me have to go for him if him wake up back again, right? Let me just backtrack. Um, So Norma Winter said you don't have to make your disagreements public. So she said social media life and real life is totally different. I agree. Felicia says that Trisha couple do argue. No one cannot tell me say they don't argue. Me know me will argue even me knowing that my husband is not here with the things always come up at any time. True, true. Even if the husband is there, right? Stacey and Young said in everything there must be balance. Julie in the kitchen said Trish, you're misreading at Norma when so read again. Let me go back, Norma. Oh, so Norma Winter said you don't have to make your disagreements public if you want to believe my partner and I are perfect. That is your perception. No, what I think Norma Winter said, Joel, is that you don't have to make your disagreements public, right? That's a private matter. However, what the public wants to believe and draw to conclusion, it's all up to them, right? So that's what I think Norma Winter is saying, Joel. However, I was saying that, right? Even though you don't owe nobody no obligation to make, you don't owe anybody any obligation to make your problems public. Sometimes it is good, especially if it is that you are a public figure, right? For persons that look up to you guys, to let them know that it is okay that that all that glitters is not gold. Basically, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said that Obi and I we did a video, 5 minutes about marriage, and really and truly that sit down and candid conversation was one of my favorite videos up to date. Because a lot of persons might be looking on the outside, looking in, and comparing themselves to others and saying that, oh, but we don't do that, or oh, but why we don't do that? Let them know that the truth really, because not many persons really talk about the truth. But Joel, I agree with you and I agree with Norma that sometimes they leave your issues privately, because and let others really come to their own conclusion. So let me just jump in. Let me see, what did I miss? So Jules said she is saying it if it looks perfect to the public, that's their perception. I understand that that's what she was saying, Joel. Kimberly is saying arguing is a natural course of any relationship, be it couple, family, or friends. It's a necessary evil. If you all don't argue, something is wrong, and someone is not being true to themselves. But Kim, remember, I believe that. All right, this is another question. Do newer relationship tend to argue less than older ones? Meaning not an age difference, For example, you're just talking to the person like for 3 months or 4 months. Do you guys tend to argue less than in a more seasoned relationship for probably years? What do you think? Because remember, when you're just talking to someone, sometimes, for want of a better words, you don't want your partner to know all the negative things about you, for want of a better word. So, in a sense, we hide up things. So, less teeth and tongue would meet through our past. What do you think? Newer type of relationship. Do arguments tend to be less in your relationship than with older relationship, more seasoned relationship, or as the relationship season everything and I don't know, no argue more. Let me know, people. Let me know. I honestly believe that new relationship, because you know about the butterfly in the stomachs and all these things. Um, I honestly believe that new relationship, people probably tend to argue less. I don't know. I think probably it's a transition. Like new relationship argue less because you don't probably, certain things that you would do, you probably don't do it because you can't take the judgment, or you're probably trying to hide certain characteristics or whatever. So so newer relationship argue less. But as you progress, you probably start argue more. And then when you get more mature, right? When you go back to stage one and argue less and just make certain things bounce off. One think. New relationship, argue less, progress to probably argue some more. As you get more and more mature season of the relationship, go back to stage one, argue less again. What do you guys think? Um, so June in the kitchen said the true person comes out later, so you argue less in the beginning. True. Can't hide for too long, right? So, but I think though, Joel, that probably it's sometimes not in the person's nature to argue per se. I don't know. Suppose I have this too. I don't know. Argument must reach you. I don't know what I talk about. So Shar Glow, welcome, Shar, welcome. Tonight we're talking about arguments in a relationship. Should a couple be arguing? Is it toxic? For a couple to argue, how often is too often? Should a person call their partner out of their name in an argument? Should hate speeches be exchanged in an argument? Can you really talk back to your person if consistently that person is calling you out of your name? Yes. So I was the last question though was what was the last question? Do you think that most couple argue? And then I had asked if newer relationship argues less than more seasoned relationship. So Kimberly Walker says, sweeter relationship it's called. Julie in the kitchen said, good night at shop down the place today. Shai shut down the place today. I was catching up on Shai's one of her video with her vacation. I really liked that one. Mhm. So Shai Globe says, hey June Lola. So let me know, people. And guys, this is the next question. Me just pass, people. Me just pass. Shai Globe said, calling me out of my name is not an argument. It's a fight. An argument. So it's a fight. But not a physical fight, Shar. I think a fight is like calling me out of my name is not an argument, it's a fight. So Shar said, thanks, Trish. Jill in the kitchen said, love at Shar. I think it's an argument though, Shar, not a fight. And the next question that I have, people, have you ever, right? But just fast. As I said, this is a fast question. Can you remember the biggest argument that you had with your spouse or your significant other, and how did it end up? Right? That's just a fast, a very inquisitive question right there. But please spill the juice, people, spill it. So Globe says, what I am saying, if you call me out of my name, it's gonna be now we get it. The Shara Bank girl, she said, if you call me out of my name, it's gonna be a fight around here. The Julian Vacation says, the bad girl, I love that shot. It must be fight for Trisha. Shark looks at Teeth and Tongue are gonna meet. True, true, Teeth and Tongue must meet Shark. But Shark said, if you call me out of my name, I don't even know what more I do, to be honest. I'm not a physical person, right? I don't think so. I'll be extremely angry though. I just not try to think what would happen. I can't conceive what would happen really and truly, right? So what Bajra, welcome, welcome Bajra Kings. King 2, it's the first time I'm seeing you. Can you guys give me a shout out, please? Big up Bajra King too. I'm not familiar with your channel, but we'll be sure to check you out after the live. Bajra, welcome, welcome, welcome. Bajra. So Shah Gloves are bless God, it has never happened. I think probably, alright. So Shah Globe said, bless up, it has never happened. Never happened in none of your relationship, Shar. You never have a big argument in none of your relationship. I'm here and I wrote down the question, and I'm here right now trying to think of any big argument that me and Leah ever have. I can't really and truly, I can't think of any big argument. I'm just thinking of, a lot of little minor disagreements, right? Minor disagreements. I can't think, wait, a lie. Can't think of like a big, as we Jamaicans say, dirty argument where I don't know, probably because we're not really, we're not really cuss and talk loud and call each other. That's something that Leo does not like. Like that at all. Right? Cussing and loud talking and all these things. Shar Globe said, no, look like God showed them a sign not to call me out of my name. The Betsy James said, good night, good night, good night, Betsy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shar said, look like God showed them a sign because she would have fight, right? The Betsy's Gem says, good night. Yes, good night, Betsy. Good night. We're talking about argument in a relationship. It's normal. Does argument make a toxic relationship or a healthy one? Sometimes you have to just let off things off of your shoulder, off of your chest, and say, let it be known, right? So the last question, me they are passing on a business little. I was asking you guys to share one of our biggest blow up, right? I was trying to think of one of ours. I had asked the question, how often is too often if a couple should choose to argue? How often is too often, right? Twice a week, once a week, monthly, or as Julie in the kitchen says, probably once every 6 months. What do you think, Betsy? Um, one moment. So Julian Vacation said, your husband seemed like a gentleman and sure. The best James said, my husband don't argue. Or we don't like arguing either. Or we not even the two like that too much either. So it's a definite no, right? The Shark Globe, yeah. So Shark Globes, I have never had any major arguments. And can't think of any, to be honest. We don't shout and argue. We have a long conversation. Yeah, that's the thing. We can't, we know, yeah, shout and no, that's a definite no. May I talk? And like, my boys come like, you go up a little beach there, it's like, where you talking to? Right? So, yeah, when me cool off and him ready to talk, we just sit down and talk, really. That's how we do it. Um, so, Shar Globe said, thanks, Joel. Him think him YouTube famous now. Say at him people come. Why? Shar, I'm not gonna lie. So initially too, over here, there's what people that look people here like they recognize you from youth. I'm like, Leo, serious, nobody recognize what the hell you're talking about. But to be honest, persons started to recognize us for true. We are a couple persons coming up to us, and I think it's because of the Cayman video that we did. To have over 4,000 views and a lot of Caymanians them see. So think it's because of that one, right? During the kitchen, so full confidence, Mr. Man, a way to go, Star. Hmm. So guys, let me know, what are some of the ways, what are some of the methods that we can do or we can use to avoid an argument in relationship. Should we avoid telling the truth, right? Should we avoid telling the truth, right? What are some of the ways that we can use to avoid an argument in our relationship? We're not gonna see it from a mile away, no people. When again see a disagreement are gonna come. So what are some of the methods that you guys can use to avoid an argument in a relationship? Let me know, people. Let me have your 2 cents. Um, Jewel in the kitchen say full comp. Yeah, so Shar Glove say me say at Jewel Lala. I think that one way in which you can avoid an argument is kind of think before you talk. Think before you talk. That's one. And if it is that you're not ready to talk, don't say anything. Right? Think before you talk, choose your words wisely, and not saying that you should not say what you want to say, but there's a thousand different ways to say the same thing, right? So I think before you talk, and if it is that you know that you're acted, for want of a better word, you know, give yourself some time to calm down, right? So that's what I think. What do you guys think though? What are some ways to avoid an argument? So Shar Globe says don't listen to reaction, listen to understand. I think too, Shar, many a times we're so upset, it's like because we are in our feelings and our point of view, right? We don't even listen to what the other party is trying to say because we already make up our mind, really. So, but sometimes when you sit down and you talk, you realize that it's a total misunderstanding. And we tend to realize this, more time if it is a case whereby which me and you have a disagreement. When we are talking it out, me come to realize that it was just a total misunderstanding. Like me to think something, him to think something, and really and truly, yeah, just a total big understanding, right? Let me read. So, Shar Globe said, don't listen to react, listen to understand. Jules says, allow the other person to vent and just listen without saying anything. I choose Jill in the kitchen. The thing about it, I'm learning to, just listen. As I realize my talkative one, no. And because we don't talk a lot, when him actually talk and some try to repeat, although, I like to talk and really listen to hear when really I say. You understand? Encourage the talkative nature. So, try to listen. And that's what a lot of persons don't do, Joel, when it is that they are upset, they tend not to listen, right? Because we already make up in our mind say you wrong or she make up in a the other party make up say them wrong, so then really don't want to hear nothing what them I say. That is the reason why I say sometimes when you have an argument, sometimes it's best not to talk about it at the same time. Sometimes it's best to let it to walk away. We see movies, and movies alone this can in my life. I don't like it, people. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. Tell me whether or not it happened to you, but I don't like it. Like the couple might be in a disagreement and the woman, mostly the man, I never see the woman do it, and the man may say do it. Just go in the car and drive and go along and you not even know where you're gone and not come back till the following day. That can happen to me and me I do that too. Let me know people that ever happen to you know. Me want to know. And wanna think of it though. In a disagreement, in an argument, prefer go in a other room, and lock up in there. We are going to carry and I drive left and I come back the following day. I wish part you go. I wish part you go, mister. So, Julie in the kitchen said, allow the other person to vent and just listen without saying anything. Julie in the kitchen said, Trish, follow what Shar say. Shar said, don't listen to reaction, listen to understand. Don't listen to react, listen to understand. I understand what Shara said. Don't listen to react. You understand because guess what? You listen just to say something. You already have where you go say already. So you listen to understand. Try and understand the other party point of view. Understand what she's saying, Joel. So Shells Corner said good night everyone. Good night, Shells. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tonight we were talking about arguments in a relationship. Right? Arguments are healthy. Tell me now, Shell. How often is too often, though, Shell? I want your points of view on that. How often is too often for a couple to be arguing? Let me know. Let me know. hmm And I was asking, how do we? And yes, so Shar had hit the nail on the head. Listen to understand and don't listen to react. That is how you handle or rather avoid arguments in a relationship. And I really agree with that, Shar. Shar Groves and now play them game there. Which car you are jumping I go with? Me, hey, I always see on TV, no, Shar. I always see it in the movies and me I say, oh, where my go? And I come back the following day too. No, so you're right. Argument by argument. That argument but that is some movie mentality people. Where they go? Which car I go drive? Go which part? Come back where? Argument by argument that people. hmm So guys, I want to know too, what are some, so I'd ask as I said, Shar hit the nail on the head with a listen to understand and don't listen to react. And sometimes it's hard, you know. Sometimes it's hard because you just want to get your point across. So you just listen to say what you want to say. You're not even hear what the other party say. You just hear, you know, you just want to jump in, right? But you just listen for making things say, yeah, listen. But you don't really care what I have to say, right? Um, Julie Education said it's never happened to me, but it's happened in real life. That is a setup for more arguments, a real setup. I see it in a movies, you know. It's like, oh, how we I think? Jumping on which car? Which part? For one night, for two, for three, and come back which part? And my yard, can't work. So guys, what are some healthy argument techniques? Right? What are some healthy argument techniques? What is a constitute like a good argument? I know argument no good, but a healthy one, not one that is very toxic, but a healthy argument. Wonder if we need to go to baby Kai. Um, I think that some healthy argument techniques, as we said, not call each other out of them name. That's not acceptable. Um, I would say don't use an expletive in an argument. That's certainly not acceptable as well, right? Don't shout or raise your voice. Sit down and have a conversation like two big people. um, yeah, that's. Yes, Joel. Then hit the nail on the head again. Me like I want to be sensitive to each other point of view. Be sensitive. That's a very strong word, Julian. In arguments, so many a times we tend to be insensitive, right? And because it's an argument and probably because it's an argument, right? So you guys point of you guys feeling might have been hurt. So during an argument you guys probably think that anything can slide because a argument, but that is the time whereby which you should try to be sensitive to each other points of view. So Shara Gloves, I was watching a reality show last night, and the couple was arguing about when they got in a previous argument. What kind of plank? So the couple argue when last time they get in our previous argument. How are that? Hmm? So and the man left for 3 days and don't communicate with the wife. Okay. All right. That don't make no sense. Shark loves the madness, a real madness, that for true. 3 days? I will show you see our reality TV show. Them have to make it spicy, sure. So probably that is just, an act because that cannot be reality. I refuse to believe that that is reality, right? So guys, let me just skip through these questions. Me alone tonight. Yes, what are some things that typically starts an argument in a one relationship? What are some common things that where couple argue about? Let me know, people. What are some common things? The dishes. Um, I don't even know. What are some common things though? Julie the Kitchen say, or rather, what are some things that when no one spill the juice? But what are some things that probably you and your spouse argue a lot about? Let me know. Julie in the Kitchen said the man started the argument because he wants to leave. True. You don't know that. Some people start arguments, because they want to leave. They want an excuse to leave. You could have just pick up and go so. You have to start something, Joel. You watch it too, Joel? I read on social media today, where one of my friends on Facebook, she had made a long, long synopsis, and I think it's the same reality show that Shar is talking about. I didn't watch it, I never watched it, but it sounds similar to what she had written, right? Yeah. So, what are some things? Let me see. So, Julie in the Kitchen says, financial situation. Shar go upset, right, Jill? And the lady not do nothing. Don't Shar. I not gonna leave the man. Don't, because probably he is a good provider. Don't. Probably she is used to the lifestyle as such. She'll accept, those things that other people might see and say that is totally unacceptable. Probably she choose to accept it. Because that's a definite no no. Not even one day, not even the day after 3 whole day. That not sound right. So Julie in the Kitchen, Shargov says these new age couple are about social media. Lola Julie in the Kitchen is laughing at Shar. True. But what are some things though that typically starts an argument? Apart from the usual cheating, about usual cheating, are some, yeah, some persons argue because probably them suspects that them spouse a cheat on them, right? Yeah, so I think that is a point of argument, but as Mr. Mainly, argue will probably bicker over little things, you understand, which we don't like bicker about, because I'm saying that at the end of the day, we're good and we're cuddle and we're alright. So, might as well not waste the time and energy on it. Right? But it's just about little things, minor things. And it's not as often as 2 to 3 times per week or weekly. Right? Julie in the kitchen, alright, Shar says no. Julie in the kitchen says laziness. Shar Globe says she have a money, or she has money. Shar Globe says she got up from the table and went to her room. Oh my, so hungry. So hungry, Jar just got up to the table and went to her room. Mercy God. Some things will apply through my brain now, Shar. How would a Jamaican woman handle that? How? Just get up and go room, so me see one total different picture. Because guess what? A lot of me not classify, but I'm from Jamaica. But a lot of Jamaican woman, would probably, want look big fight, Them want look the fight, Then not allow the man to go nowhere, Where you are go? I wish I could think you are go. Take the keys and drape up man like a them name man, right? But that's the scenario, Shar. Shar Globe says toilet seat. Oh, toilet seat. We not understand that toilet seat. She went to her toilet seat. She went to the bathroom. I was sitting on the toilet seat. Nayagas in Dubai. Nayagas. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to pronounce your name. Um, Nayagas. Na Enyagas. Nayagas. Let me just say Nayagas. It looks like Nayagas to me in Dubai. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Tonight we're talking, please remember to like out the live, people share us out. Tonight we're talking about argument in relationship. Do only toxic people alone argue? Is it normal to argue? Do healthy relationships argue? How often is too often for an argument to call it a toxic relationship? Let us know, let us know, let us know. Shara Globe says, when Hun come back, look change. Oh, the Yagas in Dubai said, you're right. Okay, thank you. I don't want to mispronounce the name, you know. Shara Globe, the argument thought it's deep. Oh, okay. Mm, mm. I don't know which was my comeback still, 3 days on, just like that. That's a no-no, Shar. You know, that's a definite no-no. Alright, so I was asking Jewel in the kitchen, let's see what I mean at Shar. So Jewel in the kitchen was saying that I don't understand. Shara said argument dash toilet seat. Me kind of still no understand. I'm thinking that Shar is saying argument equals to toilet seat. Them argue, so everything is going to the toilet. Me no know, Shar. Me no know. Um. Oh, so Shar Globe said when on came back, lock change. Oh, you're talking about the show still, Shar? Me dey think you say look and not lock, right? So the lock change. So when the gentleman came back after the 3 days, Shar, to change the lock. That's what you're saying, Shar? Let me know, Shar. Let me know. Um. So guys, what are some, yeah, I'd ask but you never answer. I was asking what are some typical things that start an argument in a relationship. 1 second, people, 1 second. Me alone tonight. Alright. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Getting you now. So Shagros, the couples argue about toilet seat. Oh, I don't argue about toilet seats, Shar. When I just started living with Leo, I had to let him know that I'm a girl. I don't have that thing, right? So he needs to put down the toilet seat cover before I drop in there, right? So I would say that probably the first month or two living together with him, yeah, that was a problem. But after that, toilet seat always closed down. Always closed down. The only time is that when I like leave him for probably a week or so, or plus, week plus, when if me I travel go to Jamaica, I'ma come back, I'm like, Leo, remember, you need to put down back the toilet seats. In 1 week, me go when you start leave up back the toilet seat. We don't understand, right? So, yeah, so, thank God that's not a issue right now. But I know that couples do argue about the toilet seat for true. Nayagas in Dubai says, healthy argument is part of life for a couple, but healthy arguments are not toxic argument. True, true. Shar Glove said, thanks, Joel. Shar Glove said, I would change the lock. All of the lock them, Shar. All of the lock them would have to change. Front lock, back lock, side lock. That's true. He could come back and a bus key in a door. He could do that at all. During the kitchen says, welcome, Trish acting slow tonight. Maybe because on his I true, Jewel in the kitchen. Kind of slow tonight. Then I have the usual hobby for, the bounce after. And apart from that, my little bit tired for true. And when I notice when I drink my water, 1 second. So it's really three things. I'm not keeping hydrated. When I have hobby for bounce off, and our computer people stopped working. And what we usually do, we usually read the messages of the computer screen and not the phone. I wear glasses, people. When they don't see me, I have on glasses, but I wear glasses. So the computer, sorry, the phone, the words are really fine. So I usually use it off of the computer, and the computer decides to act up. So I'm not seeing the messages as clear. So that is the reason, right? Why sometimes may I misread on the messages. But I apologize for that. The pray so the computer start work back, people. I don't know what crosses. First my phone stopped work, then my laptop stopped work, and now Leo computer will me take over, do the editing. I don't know what's up with it, but I really needed to start to do my video, to edit my video, to upload it, right? Yeah, so that's it. That's one of the reasons, Joe. The writing, it's fine, and your girl wear glasses, and after reading too long, my eyes can get kind of blurry. The shy globe say, lol, not true, Joe. Shy globe say, I you not eat. Who not eat? Me good man. Yeah, true. Me not pick tonight. Me probably me should have pick. Because the year, mother usually have the time to go check my, take my fruits and peck and all these things and drink my water. But I don't none of them something there. So June in the kitchen said, honey, give her oxygen. Yes, no snacking at star. True, you know me too well. I'm not stacking tonight to get the little hydration up in the brain. That's why it is important for me to snack, people, right? That's why it's important. Right. Alright, a spicy one, people, a very, very spicy one. Is makeup sex better than regular sex? Let me know, people. You think makeup sex better than regular sex? Let me know, let me know, let me know. So nothing says some people. What was the other question after that? Do couples argue because of the aftermath? Because they know what will come after. So them just tongue and tongue meet. Let me know, let me know. Is makeup sex better than regular sex? Julie Odo, no, don't. You always argue twice per year, right? But people will argue like if you guys are still here 2 to 3 times per week and monthly. Let me have a 2 cents. Is it better? Shark Globe say what you know. Say Shark Globe say well at Duro. Well, me say Duro jump on earlier, Shar. And then me not see no more. Duro said these are big people arguments. Duro probably saying that but I'm single and me not have nothing to say. I don't know. Let me know, let me know, let me know, people. I think people just get in an argument just because of the aftermath? Or is it just a myth? You know, what we see on TV. We always see on TV, you know. And TV sometimes not show good things. One thing, people. Um, so Shell says, yes, makeup sex is great because them kind you are rough up the thing. Oh my God. Julie the Kitchen says some people believe if we don't argue, there's no love. Oh, so Julie says some people believe that they not argue. If we don't argue, there's no love. So Julie's saying that if some people believe that if they don't argue, there is no love. Tongue meet sometimes, but it's how often that is the case. That is the case, right? Charlo said this is at the raw answer. I don't think makeup sex is better. It's just different. Hey, oh Char, oh you know so, eh? It's better. It's just different. But I am not. Somebody called the raw. No sir. You hit the nail on the head, Char. Let me read it again. It say, I don't think makeup sex is better. You know. It's just different, but I'm not opposed to it. I swear, I'm reading the Rose comment, although it's not alive with us now. I assume saying gone. But a true, Shar. Julie the Kitchen said, but that is not true. Any that? Julie the Kitchen, you're saying, but that is not true. Any that? You're saying that it's no better. That's what you're saying, Jules? It's a regular smegular. It's no better. Shall says Trish, them times that you know, nice it up. Oh my God. So sure, you tell me where do road I say. What do you say though? What is your opinion on the issue? Right? What is your opinion, Shar? Me get the road from you, you know. The road saying not think it is better, but is not opposed to it. Me write up an answer, people. Let me know. Give me a second. So yes, guys, Mr. Caro is joining me for the remainder. Let 1 second. Mr. Baba, up and ready to mingle. I'm ready to sleep, don't papi? Carol, you gonna be a good boy for mama? You know some stuffy. Hmm? Alright, play with mommy lipstick. Let me read the comments then. Um, so Shalicia said, Trish, them time that you're not nice, it up. Julie in the kitchen said, no, it was a follow-up from present statement. Shar Globe said, Shalicia, behave yourself. Shalicia said, sometime the man them prove something. Shar Globe said, I like every sex, so me can't grade don't higher than the other. Julie in the kitchen said, hi, heartily. Shar Globe said, Shalicia, bare things are going with, Shalicia said, I shall laughing, okay, I will. Julie in the kitchen says, right, hot girl. Shalicia had star. Um, so Shalicia says, at sure, say, at the topic that me like, say, at the topic that me like. At sure, say, at topic me like. Shalicia say, yes, at Jewel. Star Globe says, mind your make. Trish can read the comments, Oi, true. Well, Shai says she like every one of them, so there's no better for her. I think it's better though. That's my opinion. Shall believe so as well, because remember, if you're the person, argue and probably not, touching and all of that for a little while, should be better. The anticipation, I don't know. Hey, you saying hello? Oh, your nose. 1 second, people. Oh, your nose, the run, Papa. Don't understand what's going on. Good now, Mama. Mwah. Mwah. Kiss. Yes. So Shar Globe is laughing at Joel. Shalisa Libelize at Shar. You see, says she read it. Shar Globe said like Shalicia. Shalicia says at probably Shar, but at true me attack still. um yes guys, what are the typical end results of a argument? Right? Can any argument just be too much whereby which the person say no, this this is an end, or probably teeth and tongue meet, and then that's just it, you just move on. What do you think? What are the typical end results of an argument? Or probably can does it usually turn out to in physical fight? For most relationship may talk, ending of the relationship, physical fight, what? You calling them people out of their name. What are like some typical end results of an argument? But that's it, just prolong vexation. That is my typical end result of an argument. Yeah, and it all depends on the argument. Just not talking, not calling people out of their name and raising other voice, but just avoiding you. Basically, that's what I think. Yes. Want some? Some mommy want some? What color is that, Carol? Um, what color is that? So Shalicia says but at you may attack still at Shar. So experience with Jamal Bramon says, hey my people, hey experience with Jamal. Welcome, 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 welcome. Tonight we were talking about arguments in a relationship. Is it normal, right? Is it, does that cause for a toxic relationship? How often is too often for a couple to argue in their relationship? The last question was yeah, may they ask if makeup sex was better than regular sex. Um if couples really argue just because they know say it's probably better. And the last question was, what are some end results of a toxic? No, sorry. What are the typical end results of a argument? Right? Um. So experience with Jamal said, I don't like it, but some people do. Shalicia said, them times that you reach that point, you reach 2 and 3 points and feel like you reach at that level. What shall I talk about now? Them times you reach. All right, Shell. Experience with Jamal said, it's a sign. It is a sign someone is not listening. It might not necessarily mean toxic. Julie in the kitchen says, my husband can hold a bed, so I work and not let it go to that stage. The husband can hold a bed. I try to think which one are we will vex longer. I like to talk, so Mola think probably you can hold a vex. So, but literally, sometimes when, for example, we might have a disagreement, right? And we talk about it, but I think that we need more talking, right? Carol, what you doing with mommy? Thing? Um, More time I'll go to Leonard and say, Leo, I'm upset, and he's like, but we're good, right? So when I think Leo like all vex, even when me think say probably the situation need more talk on it, right? So no, when I say am I right, we no vex, we good. So Shell says Trish people will argue randomly. It does not. We think that Shell was saying it does not matter. And the last question, people, because you see, I'm alone, a baby kind up with him teeth. Mm-hmm. Yes, so the last question. How can an argument be resolved? Is the woman always right? Let me know, please. How the argument resolved, right? Do you guys just say, okay, I'm wrong, just to call it a day? One thing, people, just just to make the relation, everything go back to normal. Just call it a day and say, okay, I'm wrong. When I accept someone wrong, even when you're not wrong, or one argument usually come to an end. Do you guys just agree to disagree? More time, one thing. One thing people wanna think. Right now, Melissa, see if Obi are coming in. That was the last person. So Shalicia said, if me know say me right, me not going to say I'm wrong. Okay. So Shell, you prefer the argument just to continue, or the vexation period to continue because you're not going to say you're wrong. Well, me not say me wrong neither, yeah, Shell. So it's have to go continue, or most likely we just agree to disagree. Well, this is my point of view. That's your point of view. Let's just meet in the middle and just call it a day, right? Julie in the kitchen says, no, she's not always right, but sometimes give up my right for peace if it is something I can live with. True. You know that me no know, yeah, wanna let me know. This is only in like movies whereby which me no know, me always see it on TV, especially the Steve Harvey show, where Steve Harvey always I tell the man them say they just agree and yeah. But do men really do that though? Do they just agree? Do they just agree to for want of a better life? Because I always hear them say a happy wife is a happy life. Do most men agree? Even though them know them not wrong, wanna think, but want to know 2 cents. Right, 1 second. So Julie in the kitchen said, no, she's not always right. Oh, I read that already. So Shalicia says, but sometimes we just not say nothing and let him talk. And then when I'm my time to talk, he must show him say him wrong. Okay. So Shalicia, are you like do you do like what Shar Globe says? You listen to react, but don't listen to understand. It's so like a lot to do, It's so like a lot to do, Shalicia. You listen to react, but don't listen to understand what Obi is saying. So Julie in the kitchen says, some old men say, happy wife, happy life, and that me always hear Julie, right? Happy wife, happy life. But I know say that is true, but our millennial men, probably gents men too, are probably older, you know, they have them 2 cents. Then just not go just sit down and say, okay, and just whatever you say. We don't know. Do most men do that though? I don't think so. They is not going to just say, okay, whatever I say, just because to make me, you know? We're going to sit down and talk about it and try to come to a mutual agreement who was really wrong in this scenario. But as I said, most times it's just a misunderstanding. I think probably think something, he probably thinks something, and none of we never right. And that is why it's very good for us to like communicate, right? That is why communication is very, very important in a relationship. Um, Oops, Carol. 1 second. So Shalicia says, and when him look and see say him wrong, him always feel bad. Julie in the kitchen says, some old man says happy wife, happy life. Okay. Shell says, them thing that him stop talk. Them time that him stop talk. John Murray says, man don't like to take the blame for nothing. They all is think they always probably think them right every time. Me not think a man alone there. Me think the woman them too. We as the ladies as well. But I believe that most times, we're right. That's just being the bias, right? That's just being biased. I think that persons in general, woman or man, just want, we just want to know so we're right. And sometimes it's good when you sit down and talk and you realize that you're not right. Just don't leave it right there. You need to apologize, right? That is the ending of an argument, really, apology and moving forward, and probably promise if it is that it's something that you can avoid doing again, you know, promise probably not to replicate what you did and try not to do it again. Right? It doesn't make sense. You just agree to disagree and then the same thing happen again in the future. Can't work so. So Julie in the kitchen says sometimes it's not right or wrong, it's just to understand each other. True, true, true. True. You just have to understand the point of view that is coming off, really and truly. Understand what your partner is really saying. What caused the disagreement in the first place. Sometimes nobody no wrong. It's just where they're coming from. I totally agree, Joel. So Stacey and Young says, accept the wrong for peace sake. Cause some man can all of it. Hey, my story, me not doing it. Me not wrong. Me not accept no wrong for peace sake. You know? Carol, don't do that. No, Carol. Turn out the page. Don't do that, Baba. Right? Man, me not think so. So you guys are saying that men can hold vex better than women. I think so. So man can hold vex better than woman. Because me think that some woman can hold a good vex. The only thing is that most women, you would have find that most women are more communicative persons. They like to talk and the man them don't like talk. So in that case really you would say probably the man then can hold a vex the truth. Right? So Shalicia says that my phone are dead, but me I watch on the TV. Thank you, Shalicia. One of the young fam. That's what I'm calling you guys, right? Young fam. My young fam, right? Shy Glove says so when I forgive him. Alright, Sarah. Alright. So Shy Glove says someone have to give in. Someone have to give in to true, Someone have to give in. Sometimes the stubbornness in you say, me give it, and me go talk to you the last time, and me must do it again, I will take this thing from. Sometimes, you wait so long, you all forget really what another explain at the first place. You understand? The argument, they want to argue about nothing at all, but because you don't want to accept say you're right or wrong, you don't want to accept that you're wrong, you don't give in. On the vex, I don't know why. That is the reason why it's very important to talk about. Hello. Paper car. Find a car. Where's a car? Can you find a car? Find a yellow car. Yes, people. John Myers says, well, if I am wrong, I say I'm wrong, but man, don't think they're wrong. I don't think so. I think so. Yeah, generalize now, Dion. But I think that once we sit down and we talk about it, we really flesh it out, like what caused the argument. In the first place, would be able to apologize. Whomever wrong, apologize. All right. Julie in the kitchen says, you're not going to say you are wrong. You just let them talk until they are satisfied. Carol, you can't be. One second, people. The strength of baby is talking too much. Carol, can't be talking. So, Julie Dickey, she said, you're not going to say you are wrong. You just let them talk until they are satisfied. You can't be too fire. One has to be the one. That's the thing. They're not going to talk until they're satisfied because they're not the talkative type. And me probably at the fire. Anybody what? If not gonna talk. So as you say, probably they are like different in personality. Difference in personalities. Five is family vlog. Say hello to all my lovely friends. How are you? Oh, sweet. I'm good. And welcome. Five is family vlog. Just a little tired, but I'm good. Me alone tonight. Obi is on call. And in the there 2 hours no. No me wonder if I'm alright. I get another call. Usually it's expecting like probably an hour and a half from him latest call. But in the 2 hour. Right? Shar Globe say hey five his family blog. Hello baby you got this. Oh, thank you. Five his family. Thank you. You guys have been wonderful as usual, you know. We usually together go up in for 3 hours, but with baby Kai, me not think me do 3 hours tonight, people. Um, yeah. But you know, as usual, I really enjoyed the conversation. I hope you guys enjoyed just one half of the We Are Young family tonight. You know, I hope that I was able, although as Julie in the kitchen says, a little slow tonight, that I was able to keep you guys entertained. You know, the usual young fam we just jump on. I can call you no by name, but we don't want to miss out anybody, right? I really appreciate it, people. It's 11:30. No, right? So, guys, even though this week will be on and off, sometimes I'm me and Leo, sometimes it probably would be me alone, right? But next week, right, for sure, it will be both of us all the time because Obi is gonna be on a vacation, right? But guys, I have the cake video to upload. The cake is so lovely. It's just beautiful. It's delicious too. But you know, I don't know. It's like the devil is a liar. It's a Carol. Mhm. Is that the devil is a liar, people? First, my phone stopped working, then my laptop, I know the laptop is acting up. So that is the reason I wasn't able to upload the video today or edit it rather. But hopefully, I'm praying that it work out soon because Kara's giving me a hard time, people. Because it's very expensive for a laptop over here. We were looking on some and it's ridiculous, man. The price of laptop in Cayman, right? Let me read up, let me catch up. Shark Globe, I said, hey, 5 Hits Family Vlog. I read that already. 5 Hits Family Vlog say, hello, Shark Globe. How are you, my friend? Shark Globe say, I'm good, love. Julie in the kitchen say, hello, 5 Hits Family. 5 Hits Family Vlog says, that's good to hear, my friend, at Shark Globe. And 5 Hits Family Vlog say, hello, how are you, friend, at Julie in the kitchen. I think me catch up all I want. Thank you. So yes, guys, just gonna pray for this laptop tonight. People start work so I can edit my video, people, because we use the GoPro. We use the GoPro, and the GoPro video cannot be sent to the tablet or the phone. So it's a laptop that we definitely need. Else I forgot to do over back the video. Carol, where's the auntie tonight? Baba? So guys, I'm gonna try and put down back this baby to sleep. Yes, that's what I'm going to be doing. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm definitely going to be coming on. Carol. I'm definitely going to be coming on tomorrow today. I'm gonna be doing something nice for you guys. And guys, don't forget to tell us but Curry, Carol, why are you making so much noise? I'm just going to give you a full divided attention. Undivided attention. No, you're jealous all the time. Right. So guys, I'll be coming on with Trisha tomorrow. Right? And the curry goat people, it fell off. It was really delicious. They tell me so I need to cook in a night time. That curry goat had a special thing to it. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This little boy is getting so antsy, so you know what? It's night time. I'm gonna put him down back. Sorry if I didn't read all of your comments. Oh. In 5 days is in Brunei. I think that's near Malaysia. Alright, people. Let me put this boy down. I'll go back. Carol. I'll be back. Alright, guys. See you guys tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow. Sorry if me not catch up all our comments. You know that he's not hungry, Joel, but I'm gonna give him something to eat. But he's not hungry. Because usually if we didn't go on live and I fed him, the time when I fed him, he would have slept throughout the night. Right? So I know I'm don't hungry, but I'm gonna give him something nonetheless to eat. And baby Kai don't eat finger, just like attention. He likes undivided attention and then get jealous, right? He don't drink milk, but he have porridge. I made some porridge today, so I'll give him some porridge. But I know I'm don't hungry. All right, tonight. So guys, Good night, good night, good night. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's 11:30. Usually, Mother stay on a little later. If baby I actually go down and sleep and never get up back, I would, push it till Obi reach home. But yeah, and I say Obi I push through yet, and baby Kai coming in and out of the room. So yeah. I'll be uploading the cake video. I'm gonna pray for the computer today. And I'll be uploading it soon, people. The cake sell-off. It's very beautiful. What I shown him, but I cut it already. One second. Cut it and it comes, so in time. But if you guys want to see how it looks, you can join my food group on Facebook. It's the Jamaican food. I have over 3,600 members on that in that group, and I posted the picture, so you guys can go and have a look. But until tomorrow, guys, love you all. Good night, good night, good night. Bye. I'm gonna feed this little man.